Happy Monday.
Hello, everybody.
Happy longest day.
Happy June.
Happy June 3rd. US Open qualifying. Is it final qualifying today at the venues all over?
Must be.
Well, it's a big one. I know there was some, the UK was a couple of weeks ago because I saw Robert Rock qualified.
That's right, yeah.
A few other guys that you said there was one down in
Cherry Hill.
Niagara,
Yep.
Cherry Hill. Yeah, it's always a fun one.
You ever been to a US Open qualifier, like for yourself?
No. To watch?
No, to qualify.
No.
Be the second greatest game ever played remake movie.
Oh, man. Nope. Another big week in the PGA Tour, Michael.
Good
Scotsman.
weekend.
Should
Nice.
have really came on here today with my bagpipe, shouldn't I?
In a kilt.
And a kilt.
With your
You
face,
should have been in
with
here
your
with your
face
kilt.
painted,
Like
yelling freedom.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, good weekend. Emotional Sunday evening watching his dad and him go talking. It was good.
Pretty cool, wasn't it? Why does the Canadian Open bring out these storylines? The Nick Taylors, the Rory shooting 61. Like, what is it about the Canadian Open?
Canada's just a good place to be.
Clearly.
Where dreams are made. Nice people.
I know. It's actually very true. But yeah, it was a great win for Robert McIntyre, and great for his dad to be on tour. He's openly talked about he's struggled on the PGA Tour so far. He's not enjoyed his time. He doesn't enjoy the travel. He doesn't enjoy.
He moved to the US and he's moving back home.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, he misses home. He's a homebody, as we would say.
I think when he was getting interviewed yesterday, they said, you've got an exemption to Memorial next week. You got exemption to the US Open. And he's like, I'm going home Monday. He's like, we're going to have a party. So he's not playing the Memorial. Good for him.
Absolutely.
Why not?
I know, Jack who? No, it's awesome. Big news this morning, Michael. I was surprised. I didn't know they were going embargo launch on TSR replacement on the new Titleist GT.
Memorial, yeah.
I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't kind of.
You weren't on that call.
Ready for it.
We all knew.
All right. I don't.
We
get
knew.
invited to these things.
No, you don't. GT, Titleist GT. I like it. I like the name. I like the look of it. I think it looks good.
I love the look of it. I'm shocked. I don't know if people just love to say that, it's ugly, it'll, whatever.
Every driver released is ugly the first 3 months or 2 months until it's in people's hands. And then channels like us are like, it's really good, it's really fast. They go, it's my favorite. Titleist, they do lots of things right. The one thing they do right all the time is they don't release clubs that look like doo-doo.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously there was, like you said, Golf WRX released the pictures from the tour truck of the playing position.
So good.
Looks like a Titleist.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to complain about with that.
Be interesting
awesome.
to test it. I know we're going away in a couple weeks to test it. Yeah, I'm just, I'd be sad to depart from TSR3. I love that driver.
There's obviously, we don't want to dive too much into it, but we can talk a little bit, I guess, about what we think is going to be in there now. Noticeable in GT3, that track is now forward. Mm-hmm. My complaint was with TSR3 was that when I missed it, it spun like a TSR2 would. I love the idea that CG is a little further forward now, and that dynamic loft, the mishits, the gearing will be much tighter than before, and I think it'll be faster as well.
Finally in a Titleist driver.
Who?
You.
I played TSR3 for almost its whole. Did I not?
No.
What did I play last year?
Not TSR3.
What was it then? Maestro?
I don't know.
TSR3, I'm sure, but pretty good. Pretty good. Thoughts on the name, GT?
I like it. Sports car. Be the only GT I own, that's for sure. One day a GT3 RS would be nice.
It would be nice. All right, let's dive into a few questions.
Sean Hayden's asking, hey gents, any plans to bring back the TXG Club Champion website? No.
Sean, it's not on the immediate agenda. It's It's just a capacity thing. It's just all hands are on deck dealing with customers' orders, in all honesty, and the upkeep and updating of new heads and shafts and grips and bringing in soft goods and all these types of things. It's a lot of manpower. So at the minute, we don't have a plan for that one.
AJ Hoy says, love you guys. He loves you. He loves me. He loves the info. Keep up the good work. I love you too, AJ.
We love you right back, AJ. It's a two-way street in this channel.
Oh, I always.
Dave Fogel, you got your GT3 for test yet? No, I don't, Dave. I don't. I do not.
Joseph Worthley. Thoughts on the Ventus TR line and player type for each shaft? I mean, sometimes people would say, TR black is, for the really fast player, yada, yada, yada. I had a guy in on Thursday. He was in a TR black, and he is nowhere near tour player, speed, or fast, or anything. It just worked for him. He was someone that just pulled the heck out of it, and we were able to just get something that stayed open for, I call it seconds, but just stayed open for him, and he just hit it.
Those microseconds that matter.
He hit it dead straight, and yeah, it was impressive. So player dependent. I mean, obviously you have red is high launch, blue is your mid launch, and black is your low launch. But I mean, player dependent in here. It just depends. Depends on the player.
Really, when it comes to profiles like that, guys, if you deflect the shaft, if you offend the shaft significantly, it matters a greater deal. So if you're someone who sort of really is a hard transition or sort of retains a lot of that angle and have to get that out, and there's a lot of activity down the bottom, the shafts start to matter a lot more when you're like that. If you're a little bit throwy and kind of really there's not much sort of retained angle in the downswing, whether you're in TR black, red, blue, pink, whatever you're in, the shaft's not really doing that much in deflection if you are a little bit of a sort of early releaser like I am. That's why, to be honest, I can test 3 different completely opposite profiles and look at the numbers and go, yeah, they look pretty similar, but I'm more comfortable with that one. I feel like I'm going to time that one significantly better. That's what value I have, but everyone's a little bit different. It's a 3D model that we as fitters have to work out, and how you move in time and space, and how you deflect that shaft, what head is on it, the way the head sort of interacts with the shaft. Does it make it deflect more or less? It's all unique.
Ryan Lynn, definitely interested to hear your thoughts on GT drivers. We know the same amount as all of you know.
You know a wee bit more.
No, I know nothing.
On the call. Ryan Andrews told you.
No, I had an insight to the name a couple days ago.
There's nothing really much. Obviously there's the talk of the resin component, and there's a carbon component. You and I were at Titleist 4 years ago, and we talked to them about carbon. And it wasn't on the agenda at that time, let's just say that. So for them to have then made a switch, because they said at that point the things that were important to them that they would use carbon for, they had already really achieved that in titanium. So really there wasn't any big wins. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to hear from them, what has changed. All right, let's see.
Sudsy on the Water is hoping to get on the golf course a few times this week.
Good man.
Jealous.
You going to get on the golf course a few times this week? A few evenings? Weather doesn't look great this week. So
There'll be a few evenings for sure. Kyle H says, guaranteed you'll both be in one of those within a few weeks. Talking a few months. A few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting stuff. He's just saying that I was fitted into TSR2, now I'm going to want a GT. That's a little bit of the issue right now, isn't it? TSR, an absolute phenomenal line of metalwoods. All of a sudden now they're going to be kind of looked at like the kind of like yesterday's news and old hat, but it's still really, really good.
Yeah, I think from 3 years down the line or 4 years down the line, if you were to buy a TSR3 or TSR2, it's good. It's a great driver. Yeah. I'm excited to see what GT is. If it is night and day difference and amazing, then obviously it's gonna sting a bit. But you could play TSR3 for a long time and it perform really well for you.
Yeah. IK 2015. I have my first fitting at Club Champion this week. Is there anything you recommend to help the driver fit go smoothly? Don't overly sort of prepare in the sense of like to go and hit balls before your session, thinking like you want to make sure you're hitting it good for when you're in there. Just go in nice and fresh. Have an idea of some heads that you might want to try. Have clarity around what it is that you struggle with within your game. When it comes to the driver, is there a particular side that you miss on versus a particular side that you fear? Often those are actually quite a different thing. And be very open to obviously what the fitter's going to suggest. So I think an open mind is the best place to be with these things.
Totally.
Caught up a wee bit here.
Christian Cueto, maybe? Does bigger grips slow down hand rotation?
I'm going to say no, but they can. So do they employed imply an every time situation? That's not the case. Can they do it? Yeah, of course they can. And they can also have the opposite effect. For people who feel like their hands are sort of lagging behind or a little bit late in rotation, the urgency or the need to then get that face closure because it feels like the face is more open in downswing. All of these things, guys, are tools that we have up our sleeve that we may bolt onto other, things that we choose for you guys. The weight of the shaft, the flex of the shaft, the length of the shaft, the loft, the weight placement around the head, the face, is it open, is it closed? And grip size and grip weight from a club balance standpoint is just more options that we have up our sleeve. So I don't want to ever make definitive statements around grip size, but there obviously are some people who really do stabilize the face with it.
Yeah.
Mikey, could you ask Aaron Dill when the V grind will come out in the SN10s? Can you do that?
Sure. Aaron, when's the V grind coming out? Oh, smashing.
Is that coming out in Wedgeworks? I think I saw something about they're going to release that in Wedgeworks.
Probably. US Open time, maybe?
Maybe. Brad Williams loves the science. Please more on the Bryson-like videos. We done 2 videos kind of like that, a bit off the cuff videos today. We done one around club head speed, for you guys, for us. I think those ones are like that feels like at core. Obviously club reviews when they came out, but loads of people do that. I think there's some videos that are truly authentic, and I'll call them TXG videos. That's what this channel was built on.
Yeah.
Was doing that type of thing. So yeah, I enjoyed those ones. And then the second one was testing forgiven irons versus what are deemed not forgiven irons, and obviously looking at it, and is the true definition of forgiveness in the golf club misunderstood, which I think it might be.
Mick Crawley got a Max, amazing putter, he's saying.
Mick, you are the amazing putter. It's just a putter, you are the good putter. Dave Fogel, who will make the first 3D printed driver? I think highly likely the guys who made the first 3D printed irons, or certainly first to market. Maybe they weren't the first, but yeah.
Kyle H would love a review on the new proto concept. CO5 TPs.
You might be in the minority with that, Kyle H. I mean, I don't think enough people know about Proto Concept for that to be high in demand. But I get it. I look
Good
at them
product.
as well, and I think they look gorgeous. It's funny. On the mark. Thoughts on fitting a 12 to 15 handicap into Dark Speed Iron? I was surprised my friend didn't get fit in P790s or better. Isn't that funny? We're obviously on the mark. We're just talking about forgiven irons and what is baked into the modern forgiven iron. There are obviously stronger lofts, there's lower CGs, perimeter weighting, and all those things. So, yeah, it's good for some and potentially dangerous for others.
Definitely. Patrick Livingston, thoughts on resharpening grooves? Not worth it.
Yeah, no, I'm
not worth it.
Not a big fan of that. I've done it. We had a friend who loved a Friday night in, the blowtorch and the screwdriver.
Jeez,
oh man, you've never seen a ball spin like this ever.
Unbelievable.
I know.
Unbelievable.
The beauty was he actually used to save himself a lot of money because he could use the cheapest, hardest golf balls in the world. He would just scrape out his grooves and he could literally make a two-piece Pinnacle spin 10 times as much as a Pro V1.
TGM channel is, I hope you guys do a review Tour AD driver plus the shaft, like a Tour AD VF Autoflex Ventus. Does Tour AD make an actual driver?
I think some people call the DI the Tour AD. I've heard people call that. I want to try the Tour AD.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's the Tour AD DI. We've done lots of that. I think we've done. Did we not do it? I think we've done a full comprehensive review of. Remember, Graphic Design sent us.
That's right. Yeah,
everything.
we did the whole line.
So I think we've done that one already. So maybe check back in the archive and have a look. Guys, quick note. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter live today. We do have club fitting roulette coming right after this. I think Ben's coming in from Hamilton for part 2 of club fitting roulette. I still think people don't really understand the concept of club fitting roulette. The idea being that if you come in and we're going to pick at random a club to test in your bag, if we can't beat it, we started at $1,000. Today is going to be $2,000. There's going to be 5 episodes. We're going to go up to $5,000 in credit. And if we can't beat what Ben has today, he's going to get $2,000 in credit at Club Champions. So I think it's there's always a bit of pressure.
Do yourself a favor. Leave the nasty comments about the client who's being fit to yourselves.
Yeah, don't.
I'd happy invite you in for a fitting.
Absolutely.
Cameras on, lights on. There's 12 lights on in here. There's 4 people watching. Yeah. It ain't easy. So be nice.
As much as in your own minds, your golf swings are picture perfect, trust me.
Yeah.
Under the lights, it's a wee bit different. So Mitch done unbelievably well last time. And remembering that there's a lot of pressure or anxiety around the cameras that are all around here and these 2 ugly mugs or that one looking at you while you're trying to hit. Like, it's not easy. Yeah. So, be kind. There's absolutely no need to make any comment about the guy needs lessons. The guy got 20 yards, maybe more, right? That's what Mitch needed. He doesn't have to have golf lessons just because somebody comments in a video, you need golf lessons. Do what he wants. Be kind. Okay, Dave Fogel, I feel no pressure with the cameras. Fogel, you would fold like a cheap suit. You would fold like a $2 deck chair.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he?
And he has a chance, but he's too lazy to drive an extra 45 minutes.
Only joking, Fogel, only joking. I'm sure you're great. Kumbaya.
Kumbaya. Brad Williams, hi guys. Brad from Cape Town, South Africa. Question, I'm currently playing TSR 3, swing speed 120 plus. I've been advised this is better than carbon crown drivers for longevity. Please advise.
Interesting.
I mean, listen, for longevity, any driver could break. any face can cave in, any top, bottom, back can crack. I mean, longevity-wise,
yeah,
I think you're doing just fine, but you do just fine in a AI Smoke, QI10,
yeah.
G430, whoever's in the carbon game, you're fine.
The faster players, when you start getting bits that are bonded onto heads, multiple parts, it gets a little bit dicey.
Yeah, totally.
Especially, to be honest, the reality, it's not dicey when you hit it in the middle of the head. It's only dicey when you miss-hit it
Yeah.
at high speed.
Yeah.
You know, you get the kind of misses around the parameter, you get that big heel strike, big low heel strike. Puts a lot of torque into the head. So, yeah, that's when those ones get a little dicey. I'm trying to think if I've seen a TSR3 crumple. I think I've seen one with the crown sort of gets pressed up
Yeah,
if you hit it
yeah.
high in the head. But all heads have that.
Jim Goebel. I'm dealing with tennis elbow in both arms, contemplating switching from steel to graphite shafts, currently PX60. My suggestion is go graphite.
Yeah.
Definitely go graphite.
And look at the grip as well. The compound of the grip will make a difference as well. Having something that's a little bit softer in sort of the compound. Some of the CP2 Pro and wraps are pretty good. Yeah, anything of a thicker nature is going to be very good. Joseph Worthley, do premium aftermarket shafts improve forgiveness? By consequence, yes. You know, they're obviously, the quality of the manufacturing process is significantly better. The materials used are significantly better. You know, strength to weight ratio, et cetera, the parts, the resin, you know, the pre-preg they use, all of the components in those shafts are significantly better. So, you know, if the connection between the club head and obviously yourself is the shaft, you know, never discard the role the shaft plays. And if you want to overlook it and go with something on the cheaper end, and you're likely to see a much wider dispersion pattern from that.
Zach C. says 10.5 QI10 vent is black, 6 XTR,
Yep.
hitting bullets pecker high on a grasshopper.
That's good.
How much should I tip red if I like the feel of black and don't like blue?
Not too much. Be
Yeah.
careful with tipping that red, because if you take away the soft part that's going to want to give, that I assume you're going towards that because you want to try and get a little bit more lead deflection. The shaft will be working lead deflection and adding some dynamic loft, but the more you tip it, the more of that part of the shaft that you're looking to get into that shaft for that reason, you're going to take it away. So if you've got some real speed, I mean, I wouldn't be telling you to go more than a half or 3/4 of an inch. Don't go more than that. Don't go into the inch and a half territory, or you'll really take away, a lot of that part of the shaft that you're really actually looking for. Because the other thing with TR Red is or whether it's red or TR Red, I can't remember which one it was, they're very butt stiff. So, it's stiff in the handle, and then you start to stiffen up the tip by cutting the soft part away. It's just going to make it, much stiffer overall.
Female, there's a couple super chats with female club fitting. Tae Hyun Kim. What is the most important factor in a golf club for a female golfer with a slower swing speed? The head, shaft, swing weight, or something else?
I think it's all of it, isn't it? It's the system,
combo.
it's the unit, it's all of them combined. I think, weight will be a huge part for you, making sure that it's something that you can sort of, it's not going to compromise your delivery, it's not going to make you feel like you have to change your motion into more of a hit rather than a nice swing. So I'd say that the weight of the components is huge. Look at what companies like Titleist do with their current TSR1 line, things like that, lighter head, lighter shaft, lighter grip even. So yeah, make sure you get the weight right, but that's really in all components in order to get that.
Yeah. Curious what irons you think have a good left to right forgiveness without too low of a CG. I want low offset forgiveness, but lower launch. Will limited 3D Cobras maybe be in that category?
I wouldn't expect that to be the case. No, I would not. I would say, I mean, we're talking really in that, because we're talking, well, like we said with the Bryson video, we're not really talking about that much gearing or kind of additional, curve on the golf ball from off-center strikes. So really we're talking about face-to-path relationship. Offset obviously is a little part of it as well. But they don't have much offset, that'll help. But I wouldn't expect that one to be a much better. I actually saw some robot testing on the 3D Cobra irons, and it didn't show that versus the King Tours. So no, I would not. Guys, honestly, I truly mean this when I say it. There is no iron or iron design on the market that is as good as a well-fit set of clubs.
100%.
If you truly need to mitigate some curvature in your ball flight, just go get fit, and your prayers will be answered.
Ryder Jacks asked a super chat a while ago, and then he pressed send by accident. So, swing speed 107 to 110, fitted with Aldalot Quaranta Blue 50 regular.
Yep.
Has helped with slice, but tend to pull it, likely due to its lightness.
Yep.
Any other shaft suggestions? Interesting to see what.
I've got a million other shaft suggestions other than the Quaranta. I think you need more weight. You need a heavier head. You need that mass to stay behind your handle for longer in order to sort of keep that face-to-path relationship on the right hand side if you're a righty. Let everything get a little bit stiffer and definitely get a little bit heavier, no doubt about that. But that's not really going to be bend profile specific. You could pretty much be in 400 shafts that are better than the one you're in.
Stephen Buford, what hitting mat do you use in the studio looking for something to help with elbow pain?
I mean, ours are not specifically designed with that in mind, but it's Synthetic Turf International. The product's called T-Line. It's very good. Wears well. It's
lasts a long time.
Yeah, it does. It lasts a long time. The sort of pile depth is pretty good. So again, from that, you're not really close to the ground at all. And it also isn't like some of the mats out there soft enough. So there's enough depth to it, density, that you don't get that high strike in the face. So I think that's another one. As much as it's important to avoid ones that are too firm, it's also good to avoid ones that are too soft.
What else?
Aussie, I'm going to get you to confirm. You said steel fiber versus graphite. I guess what you're meaning is graphite with steel wrap versus just sheer graphite, which is best. Honestly, there's no right or wrong answer. Truthfully, I would say steel fiber behaves much more like a graphite shaft than it does a steel shaft. So I wouldn't give it a different sort of categorization. I'd still call it a graphite shaft very much.
This is from, earlier on, BM is asking if we've tested new GT heads.
No.
We have not. Not yet.
Not yet. Excited to do so. When are we out there? 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah.
3 weeks 3 weeks tomorrow. We leave for that one. That'll be a great trip. I tell you what, it feels like yesterday we were there for TSR though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does.
But also I feel like I've been playing TSR forever.
Yeah. Richard Brooker wins.
Where do you see that?
Richard Brooker wins. You've got to get that one. Let me find it.
I think I actually can look these up.
There you go. There he is. Well done. Happy Monday. Finally, a Scotsman has broken par in Canada. Well done, Robert. That's awesome. And perhaps accurate. That is awesome. For the record, I have broken Power Richard in Canada.
Do you feel attacked?
Oh, I feel like I've been triggered by that.
Emotional damage.
Exactly. Workman's comp. Let's see. When do the new Titleist drivers come out? Very much dominated by the Titleist driver line. Thank you, Titleist, for giving us something to talk about today. When do they come out? Late August. I think product at retail is late August, I believe.
Yeah.
You'll actually be able to get fit for it late July by ourselves. So we will have product in stores, at all of our stores around North America, Europe and Australia. I think we'll have them all by late July, early August at the latest.
Yeah.
But yeah. Andrew Stevens, Ian, where are you trying to decrease launch on your 5-wood? Where are you trying to decrease launch on your 5-wood short shaft, lower static loft TSR3? The shaft is the only thing that wouldn't promote low launch. Yeah, all of that, Andrew, is designed to hit the ball flatter. The shorter shaft allows me to be a little bit steeper onto it, allows me to feel like I can lean the shaft a little bit more, present a little bit less dynamic loft. Centre of gravity is a little bit more forward, actually toe side as well. I love the 5 positions on the track of that one. Yeah, obviously loft sleeve or sort of sure fit cog gives me the ability to turn it down to 15.75. If I'm playing in windier conditions, I can turn it all the way up to 18 should I want to. So super versatile club. I actually designed it to play more like a hybrid than it was to be like a fairway wood.
VDB, happy Monday. Do we have any guesses about when we could expect Ventus Velocore black and red?
We actually should have in hand this time next week. June 10th.
Yeah, it's like US Open time, isn't it? Yeah,
June
next
10th.
week. Next week, US Open?
No. It's the 17th is the Father's Day, isn't it? So it's whatever that 14th is, 17th or something. So I think. Is that next week? The 10th, the week of the 10th.
Yeah.
It will be.
Yeah.
Where is the US Open this year?
Pinehurst.
Oh, amazing.
Father's Day.
So I think the product will be in the market by early July though. So we'll have product in hands early June. We'll be filming with it for release early in July. Brian Randall says the US Open is next week and he'll be there.
Nice.
That'd be a good one. In the Pinehurst Village.
So good, be so busy.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? You should date me.
Let's go. You're driving.
I'll drive. I'll drive there and you can drive back.
Oh, I hate
That's
a
a
long
good deal.
car ride. The thing is, I wouldn't sleep. I would be a good co-pilot.
I'd sleep like a champion. Little log. Troy's asking, think there will be a need to loft up if moving from TSR3 to GT? Yes, I actually do. And I think that's a positive. You know, I think we've both been playing kind of around the 8-degree loft, which it's not something I play often, is 8 degrees. I kind of would rather play a little bit higher, maybe 9.5 to get the launch a fraction higher. So I think that CG location will be advantageous for that. Christian is asking, is Ryder Cup all politics? Just because Bryson should be in Team USA? Let's just say I think it will be less political moving forward. I heard, it was actually Justin Rose was on Rick Shields' podcast talking about Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton, basically saying like, if they pony up their fines, like they're fair game. They'll probably be on the next Ryder Cup as long as obviously they get the points, which they should. Certainly Rahm should be. It looks like they're trying to eliminate those roadblocks that maybe Poulter and Garcia and Stenson and those guys faced initially. It looks like that stuff's going to be less political and then more there will be a path there. What's going on?
Doug O. Good evening from the Middle East, fellas. Monday live shows
Awesome.
just start the week off right.
Love it, Doug.
Can you guys give a diehard JPX line guy a nugget of knowledge when we may see some pre-release of 925s?
Imminently. I mean, truthfully, when you see clubs going on these USGA conforming lists, I mean, I know we'll have clubs in hand in July, so we're literally a few weeks away. You're going to see pictures of those imminently. I'd say within the next 2 to 3 weeks, you'll see them on the conforming list.
Be shocked if we don't see US Open photos.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe just though, because the line of JPX though, maybe if it's Mizuno Pro, maybe. But I don't know if JPX will be.
JPX Tour not played much anymore?
I don't think so. I think I don't think there's many people playing JPX Tour. There was obviously for a while, playing that 900 and then the 919, I think it was. Dave Fogg, do you really think they'll pay their fines? To be honest, I don't really care if they pay them or not. I'm not. I hope John Ram does. I hope Tyrrell Hatton doesn't and never plays a Ryder Cup again. He can take his tens of millions he got from Liv and disappear.
Freddie M, GT2, GT3, GT4, which one do you predict is going in the bag?
Safe bet, GT3 for the lads.
Yeah.
I will no doubt entertain a GT4 briefly. You know, loft up and CG forward and all that. And then I'll get it back and go, GT3 is the one.
I'm excited to see the fairway woods. Woods.
Yep. Okay, let's do 3 more questions.
Sean D just got fit for a new hybrid in Calgary Club Champion.
Awesome.
Amazing as always. Dave and Tim are incredible. I wanted to get a driver fit, but I'm waiting for the PXG and the new AI, what's that thing called? Max Triple Diamond to hit Calgary. Any timeline? On the AI, I'm not 100% sure.
You'll see it next, the winter time. You'll see it next January, won't you? For the new kit.
No, he's looking for that. You know that Max Triple Diamond that just came out?
I don't think that's going to end up in the demo matrix.
No, it won't end up in the demo matrix. Not for us.
No, I don't think that's going to end up in the demo matrix.
A little bit harder to get. Not harder to get, but yeah, it's not going to be a demo matrix thing.
Jump into super chat. I think we missed Ryan's super. Sorry, Ryan.
What are your fave driver shafts for someone who likes a little feel in the handle?
I really like Tensei 1K White. I think that's a really good one for feel. Feels really, really nice. I really like the feel of Ventus Blue. I know some say it feels a bit boardy, but I don't.
Boardy.
I like that one.
XC a little soft in the handle?
I mean, it's not soft by any means.
Yeah, but definitely a bit of feel in it.
Yeah, a bit of feel.
Yeah.
Definitely feels good. What else? I mean, Acra TZ5, bit more rare in the wild to see one of those, but bit soft on the handle. Really, anytime, Ryan, you're looking at, just look for something that's really tip stiff, and you'll find something that's a bit soft on the handle. It's kind of the trade-off that you see throughout in shafts, other than maybe something like a Project X, profile that's basically just a very linear, stiff the whole way. Yeah.
And that Doug-O is deployed in the Middle East.
Yep.
Impressive.
Doug, very, very impressive, and even more thankful for joining us, considering you're out there protecting. Fantastic.
I wouldn't do well in deployment. I'm too soft.
You man up a wee bit, don't you?
I could be like 5-star general or something. That'd be quite good. But I'm too weak.
You'd struggle even making the soup.
I know. Ooh. Need bread?
We didn't get TXG videos on the subs. That would have been nice. What does that mean?
College worked on a submarine.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is it, subscriptions? We didn't get videos on the subs. That would have been nice. Got you, Kyle. Yeah, tough to get it down there.
Could you imagine?
Oh, Captain Nemo should have been down giving them to the lads.
Oh,
Under the sea, you're a bit crabby.
yeah.
All right. You watch any of that Women's US Open?
Nope. The Lancaster Country Club looked really good though.
Yeah, good.
But tough scoring and I said this to you last week. If I was to win majors, I'd love to win the Masters and the Open. But the USGA puts on a really nice event.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like navy blue grandstands, the tee markers are nice, the courses are good. Just the USGA event looks good.
You're so prim and proper, aren't you? You just love all these associations.
I
we member of the army. Jip.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I do. All right, guys. We're going to get ready for Ben coming in. I think it's Ben. Oh, his name's Ben. I think it's Ben. I'm sure it's Ben. If it's not Ben, I'll apologise to when he comes in.
Hey, bud. Hey, pal.
Hey, what's your name again? You ask him.
No, you.
Come on. Go in case you can ask him. Guys, have a great week. We have a good lineup of content coming. Out this week. There's more kind of the stuff I enjoy. Let's just say that. You?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's good. I don't know what's coming out, but it's good.
You don't know what's coming out. It's very true. Let's see. Oh, Blake G.
Sean, do you hate that they cut off your answer
for a super chat?
The other end to that question is no. There's no sight line for PXG drivers to be in the demo matrix.
I don't know. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That was Sean's question?
Was, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are talking to PXG about them being in the demo matrix. It's a conversation that needs to be had. There's obviously, we've not had them in the demo matrix since Gen 1 in the Woods. That was the last time we had PXG Woods. So we have a great relationship with those guys. It's just a case of dollars and cents. If it makes dollars, it makes sense, Michael.
Exactly. Yep.
You're welcome, Sean. All right. Guys, have a great week. I'm going to go and get a wee tea.
Nice.
What are you going to have?
I'm going to have
iced beverage?
An iced beverage. I need a coffee. Bit tired today.
Yep.
Big weekend.
All right, guys, have a great week. Enjoy Jack's tournament. You ever been to Dublin, Ohio?
No, if anyone's watching who's a member at Muirfield, two guys are looking for a game.
Love to play Muirfield Village.
Yeah, there's some good golf in Ohio.
It's apparently day to day. It's in like condition wise. They say it's better than Augusta day to day.
Any members? My number is 647 jokes. Send us a DM.
DMs. Have clubs, will travel. That's the motto for these two lads. Great stuff. Right. All right, guys, have a good week. Take care.